Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today I'm going to be doing the second half of my What Sold, which will be for last weekend, September 1st through the 3rd. First, y'all, I had my first Whatnot show tonight, and so many of you guys came in and supported me and bought all of my stuff, and it was just such an amazing experience. And you kind of went along with us when we were messing up stuff, and you helped us when we couldn't figure out stuff. And y'all, I just so appreciate it. I have all of this stuff behind me to ship out Monday, and I just am so grateful of just how wonderful the experience was. And of course, Miss Courtney, Bolo Buddies, had to call me right after, just laughing and laughing, because she has encouraged me and pushed me and prodded me to get my first one done. And it was fun. It was fun. And it really helped that Robert was right here with me, keeping tab of everything. So all I had to do was be Vanna, hold the product, talk a little bit, and, just keep on keeping on. So I think maybe we might do it again next Saturday, because I haven't posted a picture yet, but we did it again. We went to a yard sale this weekend, and Robert ended up buying all of the plush that they had, and it was some really, really good plush. So, a lot of Disney and stuff like that. So I think I'm just going to turn right around and do it again next Saturday. So hopefully it'll be just as fun and just as amazing as it was this time. All right, let's get this What Sold going. I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't very long. I didn't sell a whole lot last weekend. I always talk about the ups and downs. Dollar value was okay because I had a couple of high dollar sales, but it was pretty pitiful. And I only had one sale on any other platform other than eBay. I had one Poshmark sale last weekend, but the crazy thing is I've had 8 this weekend, and it's just Saturday. I've had 8 on Poshmark and Mercari. Etsy is, but it just, you never know. So this weekend is getting me motivated to get more cross-listing done, because I'm hoping maybe eBay's done with what they're doing, because I've had a really good weekend on eBay also. So I'm hoping they're done with whatever they've been doing. And, I'm going to start feeling the fourth quarter pull, because, I do really well fourth quarter, and I'm hoping it will continue this year. All right, now for real. One and only non-eBay sale was this Columbia men's jacket in olive green, sold for $25, and it was an offer. All right, eBay. Dakin Marcus orangutan monkey, sold for $9.81. A lot of bread and butter, but I did have a couple of decent sales. Tom and Jerry mouse plush from Hamilton Gifts, sold for $19. Little Tikes Formula One black race car. This has been listed for no, it hasn't. It ain't been listed very long, but it sat in my needs to be cleaned pile for a really long time, and it's probably been listed a couple of months. Sold for $13. I think this is one of the cars that went into a hauler. Look for this VHS, any in this series. It is Rocco's Modern Life. This one was called Machine Madness. This VHS sold for $22.45. Monster Jam Truckin' Pals Zombie vehicle, sold for $10, best offer. Vintage Littlest Pet Shop. I got a $23 offer on this. This has been listed for a very long time, so I accepted it. Aldi Huntington Home Vinyl. I think this was like in a box lot of, I bought something that I wanted out of a box, and this was in there, so I just went ahead and listed it. Sold for $8.06. It was a tablecloth. Animal Fair. I love that brand. I don't find it very often. This was just a really small 5-inch rabbit. Sold for $8.83. Red microwave pressure cooker. I'm not sure which one of us picked this up. But very interesting. A pressure cooker for inside the microwave. I wouldn't have thought that. But it sold for $20. Folkmanis squirrel in a log. Sold. It's a finger puppet. Sold for $11.66. Kmart. I like finding plush from Kmart, but I don't find it very often. This is a yellow tabby cat, 10-inch, sold for $20. I keep wanting to call this a beaver, but it is a gopher from Winnie the Pooh by Mattel, sold for $8.96. It wasn't listed very long at all. Now, these were in a box lot of silverware that I picked up to sell. And I thought, well, I'm going to look them up. Ginzu 2000 was on the blades. And y'all, they sell. They sell. These weren't listed, but probably a month or less. The set of 3 stainless steel Ginzu knives. You guys remember those commercials? Sold for $18.88. I never just push something aside. I always look it up just to see if there's any value in it. Unipack, this is a horse plush, 9-inch, sold for $8.02. Thank goodness for the bread and butter, guys. Thank goodness. Another one. This is a Dove chocolate brown bear plush from 2007. Funny thing is I was working on my inventory and this was in a basket and I couldn't find the listing. So I set it aside, and then later that day when I went out to pull stuff to ship the next day, it was one of the things that had sold. So, you know, not everything that's lost is been dropped on eBay. I get a lot of dropped listings. That's why it's important to do an inventory on a regular basis. A lot of people do it, you know, 2 times a year. Some people do it once a year. People like me, every once in a while. But I'm trying to do it because I accidentally deleted 200 listings. So I'm trying to find them. Luckily, a lot of them have been cross-listed to Poshmark and or Mercari. So when I find something that is no longer on eBay, I've been lucky that probably 90% of the ones that I have found so far, I've been able to cross-list using List Perfectly back to eBay. So that's been my saving grace in all of this. Now I just got to figure out which listings I dropped. Mistakes happen, y'all, even for veteran eBay sellers. These are Britannia men's jeans. I mean, these are old school because they still had the like pleats, sewn in pleats down the front of them. They still sold for $12. Now, if you're new to my channel, I don't do free shipping. So when I say those jeans sold for $12, the buyer also paid shipping. Now, this I remember picking up at the St. Louis bins because I found them in 2 different parts. The bottom I actually thought was just like a decorative garbage can or something. And then I realized that I had the top for it also, and the top was musical. So I did include a video of that. This is House of Lloyd, which is Christmas Around the World. But it was just a red basket musical, and it sold for a best offer of $25. This is a viewer sale, so thank you so much, Tracy. And Tracy came to my Whatnot show tonight. I so appreciate it. She bought this Loving Family dollhouse furniture set. She says she's working on a dollhouse and she's trying to build up the pieces. It sold for $20.66. I picked these shoes up at the yard sale that we bought all of this amazing plush. My snuzzle bear elephant over there. Most of it I did not see what I was purchasing, but we just paid $1 for every piece and it turned out amazing. But I bought a lot of other stuff too, and these Sebago campsite men's shoes were something else I picked up. I paid $2 for them and they sold very quickly for $26. Now this was, I couldn't find any on eBay, not in this size, 200 magnetic pages. So I just kind of picked a price and it sold very quickly. I took a best offer of $35. I want to say we paid a couple dollars for this at an estate sale. But believe it or not, these magnetic photo albums do really well. I've got another one I'm getting ready to list that we just picked up also. And I think somebody said if you can get like the Disney ones, they're even better. This is a Mattel Piglet plush 12-inch from Winnie the Pooh, sold for $11. And again, it was a very quick sell. Now these, I probably will not pick up Homemade Raggedy Ann and Andy's anymore. This has been a really long time. If you look in the background of this picture, it was when I was using a photo cube, which has been years since I've used it. They just are very slow selling for me. They were 24 inches, so they were taking up a whole lot of space in my doll baskets. And finally sold for $18.55. Aurora Bengal Tiger plush sold for $8. Now this was a Robert find. I don't remember how much he paid, but it was probably only a couple of dollars. But it was these binoculars in a leather case. They had condition issues. If you see up there, lots of wear and scratches on the binoculars. The case had wear and the strap was broken. Probably took about 2 months, but they sold for $35.95. This was from that really nice lot of clothes that I picked up. The Jenny Kane and the Lululemons and were all in it, but this was one of the other shirts that was in there. It's by Mod Boutique. It was just a boho peasant type shirt, sold for $14. I just listed this and it sold the same day. RJ's grandma gave me a bunch of vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Masters of the Universe play sets and figures. I spent one day just getting them all listed, and this was like the first one to sell. It is the Foot Clan Soldier from 1988, and he sold for $20. Animal Adventure from 2019, just a really cute pink rabbit. I love Animal Adventure. They sell very well for me. This one sold for $12.07. I got an offer on these pair of sandals, and I figured it's the end of the season. I'm going to go ahead and accept it, but it was for Natural Soul Jupiter sandals, $10.75. Wrangler men's jeans. These are carpenter type jeans, sold for $12. This is IKEA. Not going to pronounce it, lion. This is one of the larger plush, like a pillow size, 26-inch, sold for $20.66. Then my last two sales were my best sales for the weekend. I sold this Fisher-Price Little People Disney Princess Parade set. I picked all of this up, I'm pretty sure, at the Goodwill bins when we were there. So I have a couple of dollars in them. And they sold for best offer of $50. And last but not least, that mask. I bought this at a yard sale a couple of weeks ago for $20 and sold it within a month. It's from Return of the Living Dead. I guess his name was Tarman, and sold on best offer of $50. All right, look, it's all clean because we had all our stuff there. Look at all my gorgeous toys. I'm in love. Oh, but you can't see my snuzzles. He's right there. I'm going to be working on clothes. Clothes are out of control for us right now. I have been buying large lots of vintage clothes, so I'm going to focus this whole week on just processing clothes. You know, sometimes I got to set the clothes, the toys aside and get to the things that are a little more tedious, a little bit more time consuming, but it's out of control and there's lots of money sitting here, and that's not a good thing. Not a good thing. We got to work on these piles, y'all. It can't sell if it's not listed. Words of wisdom. All right, y'all, get to work. Bye.